So I'm gonna read to you some of this. I'm gonna just flip to a random page and read whatever I want to when I flip to it, you know? This is my book. I wrote it. I'm very proud of it. It took me 2 years to write it. And it's amazing. And I know you'll enjoy it too. And it does have swear words in it. It does. Because it's showing you Theo's thoughts, right? Because they're not magical, even though yes, we do manifest intentionally and unintentionally, but he doesn't necessarily know any of that, right? After he falls out of a tree, his spiritual aunt comes to the rescue and he's forced to live with her for the summer and meet her magical friends. So her friends have psychic abilities, like Josephine can heal. And there's an example in the book where, I mean, she heals him, Theo, her nephew, and something else also happens and she heals like an old lady, right? And Kirilo is a character in my book, and he's one of my favorite characters too, because I love he's an asshole and I love it, you know. So dude, you need to. Yes, sir. Please head into my office. The ugly rich fucker walks past them with his chin up further into the house. His old man cologne lingers as she shuts the door. Theo wrinkles his nose as he tastes the stench. He rubs his nose and forces the air back out. Josephine inhales deeply in through the base of her spine, focusing on moving the energy up her centers, exhaling, releasing over her head. She inhales through her skull, down her spine, and exhales, releasing into the earth. That's how I've been able to perceive more energy doing that over and over again. Right? Releasing it into the earth, and then I swirl it. I swirl the energy back up through the base of my spine and up out my head, you know, along the spine. Let's see. Thetis chuckles and scratches his smooth jaw. You've seen too many videos about demons. No, I didn't receive an exaggerated exorcism. Yeah. She wraps her bubble around her and connects to the earth. He winks and wiggles his thick eyebrows, hiding something from you. It's two different perspectives. It's the aunt's perspective and it's Theo's perspective, right? And one thing that you will come to realize after you've read it a few times, so here's like one of the insights. Josephine she rarely actively thinks. So in the book, I had the thoughts italicized, right? They're italicized. And in Josephine's perspective, she's not really actively thinking. And you can tell the difference. You can tell the difference between Theo's perspective and Josephine's perspective, because you're gonna have different thoughts than I do, right? And if you know about thought transfer, right? That's in this book too. So your thoughts aren't as secretive as like people believe, right? I have no idea why I can't talk, and I think I left my water on the counter. But your thoughts aren't as secretive, you're sending that signal out, right? Well, other people can pick up on that signal. And I've added that to this book. So I just wanted to share a little bit. I know I will over time. Death sounds cool. But yes, there's a lot of things that you'll pick up on. And even if you don't know about thought transmutation and receiving and giving signals like that, like if that's too woo-woo stuff for you, you know, if you haven't experienced it, know about it, experience it. If you aren't there yet, the book still is funny as shit, and you're still gonna pick up on things. That's just a little bit of insight into the book, because Theo's an angry teenager and Josephine is more enlightened, you know. She still has a personality and an ego, but you'll be able to see what that's like. And I'm not Josephine, right? I created Josephine as a whole different character outside of me, right? We have similar interests, but no. She's not me. Theo is not me. But, I mean, that you create a character. You create these characters when you write a book. That's why I said one of my favorite characters is Kirilo, because he's an asshole. And even when Theo's having a bad day, he's just like still fucking with him. And it's funny. It's funny. It's amazing. There's a lot of shit that happens.
Connect to source.
That's telling me I need to charge my phone. There's a lot of shit that happens, even though sometimes it's him being bored out of his mind because he doesn't know what to do. In the summer, he's away from his friends. But after he falls out of a tree and she has to come heal him, right? He goes and lives with her for a summer. So it takes you on this like magical carpet ride experience, and Theo grows as a character, and little by little is growing as a person. Character development. And I know no matter what stage you're at right now, you'll be able to learn and grow and pick up on things, and some of it might be like, okay, this is obviously not real. But then when you develop your like psychic abilities and develop the invisible realm of your mind, the more it'll be like, holy shit, it's real. And there's a lot that I put into this. So it's family, it's spiritual, there's a business aspect to it as well, and physical. She encourages him to get the physical dense energy out. But there's a lot to it. And I truly believe people will enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. I enjoy talking about it. I want others to buy it so I can literally talk about the characters as like the real people, even though like I know I created them. You know, when you read a really good book and you talk about the characters, like Harry Potter, I don't know, Twilight's a famous one. There's this other book series that I love talking about with people. It's called the Black Dagger Brotherhood series. And it's amazing. I've been reading those since I was in middle school. Even though they're not meant for middle schoolers. They're not. They are not. It's like a dark romance, but Black Dagger Brotherhood, it's also fighting and protection and shit like that. And my book is not a romance novel. It's not a romance novel. It's definitely like PG-13. The only thing that's rated R is a dream that Theo has. And I didn't even make it that gruesome, right? I didn't put all that I could in there. But he has a nightmare towards the end of the book. I love it. I love it. I really can't wait for you to read it. And for you to love it as much as I do, because I truly do. And I'm proud of it. I'm happy to even experience all that I have with making a book, because while it was a lot of work, it didn't feel like work. It felt like I was just flowing it out of me, right? I don't sit there and do chapter by chapter. I name the chapters after I did the entire book. I don't like outline anything. I just let it flow through me and then edit it. I edited it. I'm from the South, so if my accent, you know, I try to pronunciate as well as I can, but my accent does have me tripping over words sometimes. I lived in Michigan for a few years, for like 4 or 5 years. So I learned to speak properly and not have as much of an accent. Because Southern people love to just throw those words together. We do. And then you get the one like really Southern person where you can't like understand a thing that they're saying. And that thick Southern drawl. Yeah. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. It was like a sneak peek, an insight into my book. It's amazing. I know when the time comes, you'll buy it. I'm sure of that. It's like Harry Potter is amazing, and I feel like my book is definitely up there. It's up there with like the greats. But I am biased. I am very biased, so I don't need everyone telling me that it's great because I know it's amazing. But it's something that I would love to like share with everybody. That's why the ebook is cheap on Amazon, which I left it on Amazon because I thought about not putting it on Amazon because they take like half of that shit, right? But I also put it on my website as like $10 too because I want everyone to be able to afford it. Because it is amazing and it's definitely worth the money. It definitely is. So, I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to clean up a little bit and go to my cousin's house. So feel free to let me know what you've done with your day. Feel free to let me know if that it probably won't make sense to you. Not right now, at least, you know? I was just flipping to a random page, and it was two different perspectives. You just don't know about it because, you know. Yes, and I have a website, and I have the website linked in the description on my page. I don't link it below every video. It's also on Amazon, but it's a little bit more expensive on Amazon, besides the ebook. But I personally love like I love flipping pages. I love having the hard copy. I'm not much of a e-reader. I have before. I usually read the books on an ebook before I actually buy it. Because I'm picky. Like I read The Power of Now on ebook before I actually bought the book. Because I didn't know if it was going to live up to the hype, and I'm tired of buying books that I donate because they're not great. They're not something that I want to read again. But The Power of Now, my book, you know, all the ones that I've showed you, obviously I've kept. And I have a lot more books in my bedroom. So, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Whatever you feel called to do. If you feel like sharing your experiences. If you have a product that you absolutely love, let me know. Thank you.